Let me stop recording the session. Hey, hi Fatima. Hey guys, write down in the chat box if you want to network with others in this webinar. Write down your social media account, your name, where you're coming from, and let's see. Everyone can chat with everyone here. Great. We love people chatting with each other. Great. Hi, Esma. Hello, Shaima. Oh, my friend, my bestie. My bestie, can I make you my co-host? Ah. Yay! How is that as a best friend? On okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Within 3 minutes, we'll start that. Hey Khalid. Hi Khalid. Hi Mark. Good afternoon. We miss you too, Fatma. I miss everyone here. Mashal, hello. Mashal, you raise your hand there. Can you please write down your social media accounts or LinkedIn accounts if you want everyone to link with you later on? Hey. So we will start within 3 minutes. Grab your coffee, your tea, water. Meanwhile, while we are here, let's see, mashallah, we have a good number now. I'm gonna share with you let me just put this here. Yeah. The link for the presentation, which you can download it later on. Or you know what, let me just send it to you by email later on. Okay. And this is our chat there. Hello, Eva. Pleasure. Hi, Nada. Hello, Abdul Muttalib. Great, great. Let's give it another 2 minutes, guys. Let's settle down. Hey, Neil. Great. Shall we have good number now? Hi, Rakhda. Hello, Ahmed. Oh, Ahmed. Ahmed is useful too. Hi, Ahmed. Hi, Amal. Hi, Mohammed, my son. We have 1 minute to go. Settle down and we start. I would recommend you guys to use your 2 devices, to have another device in your hand, because you will be doing a couple of activities here in the session. So maybe a mobile on side, an iPad on side. Hi, Michael. And you can use your PC to watch the screen and use a second device to do the interaction part. Alaikum assalam, Neil. Hello, Hamida. Hi. All right, so just make sure if you have 2 devices, it will be good. If not, just relax and enjoy the session, and we are good to start now. Let me just put this on screen. I would recommend or request, please use your second device to join this platform. Write in your search engine, joinpd.com. Then joinperdec.com. So joinpd.com and enter this code, EHXZT. Okay. EHXZT. If you can log in, it will be excellent. If not, then just enjoy the show. You will be receiving the material anyway later on. And you can, so we have 1 student who joined. Great. Right, let me just go back. Chat there. Excellent. And I'm going to send you the link. There you go. You can join by using this link. We have 5 students who joined now. Great. So you can use that, use your Google account so you can get your feedback on the session by email. You can receive the material by email, and that will be something, you know, you can use it later on in future. So let's give us 2 minutes. كل اللي تسوونه يا جماعة تدخلون في الجوجل سيرش مالكم سفاري أو كروم، تكتبون joinpd.com وتدخلون الكود اللي مكتوب على الشاشة. We double check. Yes, you're watching my شاشة here. Great. Let's give it 1 more minute. Excellent. شو اللي بيفيدكم إن تدشون؟ There are 2 ways of looking at this webinar. 1, content-wise. 2, actual engagement-wise. So there is learning within, and if you can actually join, that's excellent. If not, write down all what you think and answers in the chat box. My colleagues here will also keep an eye on it. Great, so we have 13, 14, great. It's a good opportunity, guys, if you want to learn how to make your sessions more interactive, so you can have the student view of this and experience, and then you can implement it yourself. Peer Deck is a free platform. You can use it in your sessions, and it has a paid version as well. Okay, so let's start our session. Let's start our class, and this is our first day. Welcome everyone to this session, which is around mind maps. Hey guys, so as I said, I recommend you to use 2 devices. Take notes. You will receive your handout right after the session, so you don't need to write everything. Just take notes on the interesting points. Stay engaged, relax, and enjoy. So, are you ready? Let's see. So, pick your answer in your Peer Deck. Are you ready? And you can also write it in the chat box if you didn't log in. And by the way, you can log in anytime you want. Just go to Peer Deck, joinpd.com, and enter this code. Right, so great. So we have people who are ready. Great, we have 12 responses. Are you ready? No, but start anyway. Oh, nobody's in that. Like, okay, so 12 answered. You're great. We have 17. Great, 13 out of 17. Great. So let's see, and we have a couple of answers in the chat box as well. So let's start since we are ready. How do you feel right now? Let's see. How do you feel right now? Good. We have people drawing, so you can use your drawing tools to see. How do you feel right now? In this lovely afternoon, 3 o'clock, 4 minutes, mid of the week. Wow, so good. So let's see how many of us, wow, good. Okay, some of us are midway there, but again, no problem. Let's see, let's move on. Now tell us, where are you joining from? Pick your legend and pick where are you joining us from. Wow. Okay, so a lot of us from the region. That's great. And there is somebody who's from the sea. And we have someone from South America. Great. We do have someone from Antarctica, apparently. Okay, so welcome everyone. And it's quite interesting. I wanted to see the the crowd we have here, and do we have anything in similarities when it comes to mind map? Great, let's move on. So what do you think? What are you wondering about today's topic? Write down your answer. What do you think about today's topic? Let's see a grid layout. Let's give you a couple of minutes to reflect on that. Oh, look at these answers. Let's see. So what are we looking for today? What are you wondering? Knowing more about how to do the mind mapping and advanced planning, how to storm all ideas I have, organize my thoughts, digging into cortex. I always wanted to be one of those people who understand how to dig in that area. Utilizing mind mapping in our daily activities, how safe it is to Is the digital healthcare? Oh, okay. Um, I have an assumption this person is from Sultan bin Abdulaziz humanitarian city. Am I right? All about mind maps. It's interesting and good. يعني حق أولوياتي وجدول يومي. So yes, it is. So the reason why I showed you this is we want to see whether we are all in our in the right workshop or not. So answer this question. What you already know about mind map? It is a brilliant tool. Great. Great. How many of you are using mind maps now? I like that. I like people who write and think the same way. I like that. I do the same. Lots of things. It helped me with all fields. Yes, indeed, indeed. So when I was introduced to mind map, it was like years ago, and I use it for complex studies. I don't think in words, guys. I'm the lousiest person who can think in words. So I thought, what will work for me? I like to think in images. Let's see, I used to use it, a tool to brainstorm ideas, great, presentation ideas, excellent. Now, that's half of us are already on Peer Deck and the rest of us are on the Zoom, which is excellent. Whoever wants to join the Peer Deck, all right, click on the link which I've sent in the chat box and then just enter this code here, EHXZT, and you will be with us and you can join the discussion as well. All right, so great presentation, creative ways. Now, we are moving towards who do you think invented it? Who do you think invented it? Oh, that's a toughie, yeah? Who do you think invented it? Let's give it some time. Okay. 7 more responses to come. Great, like option 1, option okay, interesting. Isn't it? I will think about the food. I don't care about the chef. And you know what? A very nice gentleman created this, and he came to Bahrain over 12 times maybe. So it was invented by a very sweet, adorable man, a scientist, a researcher, and a playful thought leader, Tony Buzan. It was invented by Tony Buzan. And Tony Buzan's, he has lots of talks, speeches on YouTube. Feel free to go for it. Some of my favorites are when his TED Talks, amazing one. So Tony Buzan's premises is, tell us, what did you eat today? He would say people tend to forget things that are on medium range, not a long range and not a short range. So let's see, what did you eat today? I did not eat anything yet. I'm gonna order my food, talabat. I love talabat. So I'm gonna order my food right after this session. Donut, lucky you. If I look at donut, I'll put on 3 pounds. Okay, browns and what? And hash brown, wow. I am craving for grits, prawn and grits, excellent, rice and chicken. So good. مشبوس دجاج بالعافية بالعافية, nothing yet. Oh, you should join me for lunch now. Can't wait for that. So today's lunch, it's quite obvious what you guys had. Egg and vegetables. Good, going, is that keto thing? Okay, chicken, prawns, nothing yet. Cheese and coffee. So my next question will be, so great, everybody remembers what they ate. Tell us, what did you eat 3 days ago? Same. Okay, what did you eat 3 days ago? I forgot. I forgot what I had yesterday afternoon. Crazy. I know. It's very crazy. 3 days, and 3 doesn't even sound right. I mean, maybe yesterday, yes, but 3 days ago. What day was that? Do you know? People forget what day are they. Are you there with me? Are you in the same place? I sometimes forget which day is it now. Okay, so toast and maple syrup. Good Good memory there. Good memory. And if it's associated with going out with someone, that memory will be better. I like that smiley face. I know, I know. Now, let's go ahead and see which of these reflects your learning style. I like that. We have a lot of comments in the chat box on the Zoom there. So, yes, I will. The link in the chat box, I will definitely. So, and here is Ahmed Shawqi. Thank you so much, brother. You are a savior. So let's show some responses. Tell us what type of learner you are. How do you learn? How do you think? Right. So it was quite interesting. I don't think numbers. Numbers are quite difficult for me. So I had to take this model like 3 years ago around economics. And the thing is, I came across a session where they said people have preferred way of and preferred language of thinking. Me being from a family who we speak 4 different languages at home, I needed to decide what was my learning language, how my brain thinks. If I'm thinking quietly, do I speak in Arabic in my head? Is it English? And you know what was interesting? I recognize that my thinking can be in English. I can learn in English. And I really enjoyed watching, economics explained by Indian tutors, Urdu tutors. So my thinking language was dual language. So I used to go to these YouTube channel and write, demand and supply explained in Hindi. And it worked well, and I passed that subject. I'm not saying that might work with you, but it's interesting to see how our brain thinks. There is a common language between everyone in the world, and that's the language of colors, right? So, do you like colors? Do you want me to show you? Can you go ahead and pick your favorite color? So it's not like people will come and say, I don't like colors. I hate colors. I like black. Black is a color. My dear, white is a color. Everything is in color. Great. So we have, my favorite will be this one here. Okay. So we do like colors and we think in colors. Now, if there are things that we think in, usually we prefer it in a color. And nothing is more boring than not having colors in our life. It's something God gave us, it's something the nature gave us, and it works well. And it is very important for our survival. That's why people have preferences, and I love that. I love the way this looks here. Great, so we have lots of greens, lots of blues. I like that. Of course, Shema, you love a color. Now, we do think in colors, and we think in images. Now, do you want me to experiment this with you guys? Think bananas. Think bananas. When you think about bananas, what comes in your mind first? Let's take 30 seconds. Think bananas, bananas. What has come in my mind first? Which one of these images came in your mind when you were thinking about bananas? Juice. Ah, the actual banana itself. Juice. Of course, those who clicked on the image below here, banana with the, that Chiquita sticker, you guys are rare creatures now, because those were like, Chiquita, yani that was very famous in our days. I'm not sure about that. So bananas. So was it, and one person thought about it, B-A-N-A-N-A. Oh, that person changed their mind. So our brain, when we talk about anything, it will not go inside our head in terms of letters or words. And strangely enough, we look at writing in form of images. So a writing, for us, our brain doesn't look at it as in form of language. It's more like an image insert, and then it relates to a pre-existing information. So interesting. If that's the case, retention of information should be, hypothetically speaking, easier for images than words and sound. That's very interesting. And of course, the third aspect is in a mind map, shapes and lines and branches. So we have colors, we have images, we have shapes, lines, and branches. Now, the core idea of mind map is keeping the main idea in the middle. The reason is that's the way our brain thinks. It takes the main idea in the middle, and then it has multiple branches outside. So if I said school, what will be the next word coming in? Great, we have some chat here. So if I said a school, what will be the first branch in your head? And then if I take the second branch and ask you, think about two other ideas in that area, then you can expand it a little bit. So the main focus of mind map is having a main idea, a main image in the middle, and then you branch out. So let's go back to this statement. People think in images more than words. What do you think? Let's revisit that. Okay. Right. And we do trust our vision more than our other senses, guys, except for the sense of smell. Because if you look at that, you see a very nice juicy hamburger, and it's beautiful, it looks amazing, but if it stinks, you will not eat it. So there is one other powerful sense that protects us is using. And of course, you can research that. Our vision is extremely important for our survival, and we do depend a lot on vision. So this statement, let's go back and check about it. Do you think people think about things in abstracts? So patterns is something else we look at in a mind map. There is a pattern that you can create and themes that you can create. And it also depends. What I mean here is you can actually theme your mind map. You select the colors in the very beginning. You can go and do that, select all the variances you want, all the stickers and images, and then you can start working. And that's the easier way of doing mind map. The tough one is there are different ways of doing mind map. One is when somebody's talking and you're actually drawing it, and that's the hard one. And the easy one is you have a written, let's say, paragraph, article, and you summarize it using mind map, and that's the easy part. Now, there are different ways of doing this. Let's see, how long do you think you can work on a mind map in one shot? How long do you think? So you can draw 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and I like that. That's not even hours, but again, yeah. How long do you think? So I have, oh, you can do it 24 hours. That's what meant. Okay, 1 hour, 3 hours, 5 hours. How long you can concentrate on an idea in one single shot? Well, it depends, isn't it? Some of us, we do have the concentration ability to stay on one topic for 90 minutes. Some of us, our attention spans are something around 7 minutes. Some of us 3 minutes, and some of us even less than that. An ideal session can go 45 to 90 minutes, and then you can take a mental break. The reason why I'm saying that is if you are actually asking the students or your participants to mind map, or you sitting in one single session, to avoid exhaustion, ideas exhaustion, 90 minutes can be a good time. If you think that they can go longer than that, then a very quick 2-3 minutes, and then they can resume, all right? So how big a mind map can go? Let's go next, right? We just explained that. So how big a mind map can go? Let's try that, okay? I'm gonna share with you a screen, and I want you to try your first mind map. Put your main idea in the middle and 4 sub ideas on side. Try it. That's let me just put it in a grid. Oh, let's see. So you can do your main idea. And by the way, you can use images in mind map, not necessarily writing. Excellent. I like that. So you're using the text feature. That's excellent. Excellent. Well done. Great. So you can put your main idea. I like that food. Oh yeah, that's actually taking 50% of my thinking abilities now. Right? So the main idea in the middle, and then try to make 4 sub ideas. Oh great, I like that. Son. And you can use images. You can make your entire mind map using icons and images. Great. Let's give you a couple of minutes to play with this. All right. So when you do your main mind map idea in the middle and it has 4 branches, your text can have different functions. One, it can be on the line. It can also be in the end of it if you box it. So you can actually draw a box and put your main idea there. It can be on the branch. Usually it is recommended that your idea to be on the branch. However, you will notice that the online platforms do not give you that idea, and not all of them supports that function. So you can use bubbles. In real life, me personally, I love doing it with my hand. I use colors, I use crayons, I use stickers, and that's my favorite way of doing it, right? So let's take one of these. Let's take this one, okay? And let me put that. Okay, lock, great. So you see your main idea, I like that. E-learning, participants, tools, durations, and methods. So these are the 4 branches of one main idea. If you notice, can I change that? Of course you can change that later on. So what I do when I go to live sessions and I want to do mind map, I have a talk with the speaker if I can, or I look at the agenda of that session and I'll ask the speaker, how many main topics you will be talking? كم محور تتكلم عنه في هذا السيشن, and then I'll decide how many main branches I'll have in that session. Excellent, well done. MashaAllah, we have 32 people on the Peer Deck platform, right? So let's take it one step further. I want you here to put sub ideas and then try to divide those sub ideas into another sub idea. Try to have one more branch on side. يعني الفكرة الأساسية في النص let me check this. Yep. الفكرة الأساسية في النص, and then you will put your 4 main ideas and then try to have a branch of that idea as well. Let's give you a couple of minutes to play with this. Now you will notice, I like that. See, you're using the drawing part. Of course, Peer Deck is not one of the mind mapping platforms. I'll show you a couple of specialized mind mapping platforms which can help. Here, you can use it as a very quick summary with the students where you can tell them, give me, our main idea today is about math or a certain type of equations or shapes. Give me 4 things you've learned about it, and then give me one more layer of reflection. Great. Like that. Students, scholars, reading, I like that. Good, good, good. Let me give you another 1 minute. And by that time, I'll check the chat. Okay. يعتمد على الموضوع 40 minutes. Yes, you're right. Yes, it depends on how you feel. And that's the thing. I came across John Cleese. I wonder if you know John Cleese. His session about creativity was very interesting. And he says, sometimes we need to create the space for creativity. It can come randomly, and 80% of my ideas come randomly, usually in shower. I wonder if you guys are the same. But if you think about it, the space, maybe the music, the sense of the place, it all has an impact on the way we think, right? So let's see what we have here. Some of the nice creative. I like that people are using colors. And here we have okay, pros, uses, theories, cons, definitions. Excellent. So once you make your main idea, then you put your sub idea, and then you divide it into another sub idea, right? You another 30 seconds to play with this. Right? Right. When to. It's good. So if you're using a pillow deck with the students, do ask them to come online with 2 different devices that will help them to utilize, you know, the fingers, their fingers to write it down, or the pen. Sense. Now here, and when you do the sub branches, the way I like to work is I keep the main idea in the middle, and then the first layer of the first branches, they're all in the same color, and then the second layer in the same color, and the third layer, and so on. You can do that, or you can select a color code for each branch and then take it forward. What I mean here is, if I have in the main idea, let's say schools, and then the first one is grading, that's yellow. And then under the grading, if I have formative assessment and summative assessment, then I'll put light yellow and darker yellow, and I'll take that color forward. So that's also another way of doing it, right? So let's move on. Let's move on. Great. I'm happy you guys are actually using this. Now, show your responses. How many ideas you think you can add in a single mind map, ideally? Let's see. Wow, what a range. What a range. How many ideas we can use or put in one single mind map? Yeah, of course. I use mind mapping, and I'll show you a couple of my mind maps which I've done previously. You will see majority of them are either for study or planning. Before I plan any workshop, I'll start doing it with a mind map. Aisha says 1,000 ideas. Actually, Aisha, you're quite right. It's almost infinite. If you have that space, you can do that. And especially when it comes to online mind mapping, you can go infinite. And I'm going to show you a couple of ideas on how many platforms you can use to do an online mind map. Yeah, so here we have some of from 1 to 53. That's the range, 150. Now, yeah, it's almost infinite. Now, why mind mapping? Why do you think? What do we mean by learning and anxiety? Any idea, guys? يعني شنو learning and anxiety, if I'm going to translate that, اللي هو الجهد اللي من التعلم. So because the reason why I kept this type of question, because we have people in the crowd who are teaching specialists, who are experts in training, who are experts in quality assurance and learning. So we can learn from all of us here, right? Yeah, stressing cause of overthinking, learning and anxiety. Have you ever been in learning and anxiety? How many times in the last 3 months? Knowing too much. Oh, yeah. Right. I like that answer. So knowing too much, I'm still worrying about not knowing enough. Fear of failure. You know that expression, how do they say it? Fear of being left out. Yeah, so it's learning and anxiety. You know that time when you read the paragraph 3, 4, 5 times and you still don't get what that person is saying? And sometimes I'm watching a video and that person keep talking and I might repeat the video 3, 4 times and I'm still not able to get that. That's what learning and anxiety can be, right? So it's something that I'm not able to read, I'm not able to focus, I'm not able to learn. And that happens when we ask a fish to climb a tree. So mind map is one of the ways that can help our students and ourselves to overcome learning anxiety, to make it more relevant to the way our brain thinks, which is images, colors, and shapes. If we go to our next part, yeah, we need to help our students to, experience less learning and anxiety. We need to create that for our own selves, less learning and anxiety when we are doing our professional development plans and so on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to experiment I'm going to show you a couple of online platforms that you can use with yourself or students or kids to create lovely mind maps. Some of them are my favorites, and some of them are there because they're free and you can use it with your own, audience, right? So these are the platforms. I'm going to shift it. Do not close your peer deck. Keep it there. I just want you to come back to, let me just double check. Are we watching the right screen here? Yes. So one of the platforms that I use called MindMeasure. It gives you 3 mind maps for free. I used it for planning for this specific workshop, right? And yeah, this one I made it in Arabic. Basically what I did is I kept the main idea in the middle and then started branching out. What you can do in MindMeasure is quite easy to use, right? You can add branches here. I can click on it and then let's say test and after. Okay, so if I kept that, then whoopee, it's not working. Why is it not working? Yeah, I can make it bigger, smaller. I can add another branch, idea 1, and then another. I can go ahead and add another branch, and it's not working today. Yeah, why not we get stuck? All right, okay, idea 2, and so on. Okay, so what you can do here is you can make it closer, you can make it similar. Not only that, you can add images and so on. What you can also do is add emojis, add links, and add images. You can upload. Some of these features are there for premium accounts, and some of them are for the free account. So you can play with this idea. This is my free account, so whatever you see here is done with my free account. It's doable and it's quite easy, no matter, even though it got stuck today, but usually not. Welcome to the e-world. The next favorite tool, actually one of my favorite tools, this is the one which I use if I have personal brainstorming session. It's called Mind Map Mindmodo, and it's free. You can upgrade to the premium one. It's very easy to use. You can insert images, fonts, you can change the theme, the colors, add emojis, and so on. Now, this is one of the things that I can actually share this mind map, all right? And I can give it to you guys. I'm gonna just copy that. Let's see. If I change that into public, anyone can view and anyone can edit. Is for the pro one, but anyone can view. I can save that, right? If I copy that and kept it in your chat box, you guys can click on it and see it later. So here I'll see if I'm giving a work from my student, the student can share that with me with a link. We can also both, if I have the premium account, so we can both work on changing it together, right? So Mindmodo is another nice, simple platform. You can add ideas, you can have subtopics, and so on. It's infinite. You can do a lot of stuff, add links, and so on. Now, my third platform is Iowa, and this is a paid account, right? I don't get anything out of these platforms, guys, so it's nothing to do with my, I don't get any commissions for it, so this is what I meant. So what I can do here is just create a mind map, or let me just go back to another one, right? Right, keeps coming that. Home. Okay, and then you can go ahead and add ideas and so on. In Iowa, you can have a free account, of course, and it's good, it's nice. It can stay for some time, and then you will need to upgrade it because it's only trial phase, right? So that they will give you certain time access, and then later on it will become a view only. I can make it public, I can share it. However, the part in Iowa mind mapping is you can only share it by email, not a link, right? And the last one is Miro. Miro is another platform, easy to use. You can simply ask people to share. You guys can edit. Anyone with the link can edit. What I'll do is I'm going to share that in our Zoom chat. You can come in here and try to add some ideas, right? By the time, okay, now, let's see how many people can come here. I'll put a problem in the middle or an issue that we want to brainstorm. So brainstorm about, let's say, something common between all of us, healthy lifestyle. Okay, so now you have a link in the chat box. Let's see if you were able to use this link and come here. So anyone can edit. Anyone with the link can, let me just change that, can edit, copy link, and the link is in the chat box. Here we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Ahmed. Ahmed is sharing with you guys the platforms. I love that we have a lot of people here. Great, you can see it's so easy. If you're doing a mind map with a team and using Miro, they can come in with a click. So great, there is someone who wrote sport. So all you need to do is click on it, and then there's a plus mark there. You can change the color. You can. What I can also do on Miro is I can click on a sticky note. Let's say I'm talking to a guest here. I didn't request any login, so I don't know who's that person, but I can add comments such as, can you elaborate, right? And that's a wrong spelling. My English teachers, colleagues will be very upset, right? Elaborate on this point. Right. Okay, so I have a sticky note function. Hamida's here. Because Hamida has an account already, that's why I can see her name. All right. If I'm using mind map with the students and I'm using Miro, I will ask the students to create an account. They can create a free account, totally fine. You need to have one subscribed account to have the guests on. Excellent. We have more than 13 people online here. So can you imagine the amount of collaboration? And then later on, they can still come offline and work on this platform. They can add links, images, videos. Let's say if somebody is in charge of doing the sport part, they can add a link to a video where we can go and watch it all in the same place. Miro is very a mind map, by the way, is one of the tools in Miro. It has a lot of other tools. Like that, Muhammad is playing with the idea. Right, let's give you another 30 seconds to check other functions here. Right. And if you're doing it through Zoom or Meet or Microsoft Team, totally fine. You just need to do a share screen and share link. Right, you can change the theme of the place, the colors, and so on. Lovely. You can change the color. Here we go. You add a link, and you can also lock your comment. So if Hamida is putting an important note for the students, such as instructions, she can lock it so students cannot change that. All right. And as the point earlier, one of you guys said how big a mind map can go. So look at this. This is almost, you can go as much as you want. The space is unlimited. right? And you can build this mind map over months with the students. All right, so let's go back. I'm sure you guys enjoying it, so you can use the link later on. I'll just go back to our presentation here, and I'll request you, please kindly, if you can come back to the peer deck. And these are the other tools, and you can just Google them. They're free. You can use it with your students. So the question here is, in what ways you can use online mind map? Let me do a quick reflection with you guys. Show us how you can use it. In what ways? With students, with kids, with yourself? Let's see. Right. Because guys, we don't know how long we're going to stay in this situation. And apparently the signs are saying a little bit longer than what we expected. So we can do physical mind maps, and I love it because it also helps you to improve your motor skills. It calms you down. But if you want an alternative, e-mind maps are there, and it can help us if we think that that's the right tool, right? Online training with your team, yes, right? And for planning in university, description in details, yes, right? The way I used it, I hope I have that one not deleted. I'll just bring it back in a bit. I had one of the talks at the ICW, and I used it to explain my talk about the credential paths. So ICW is International Coaching Week. So I used mind map, entirely mind map, to share that more than 25 to 30 resources in one single shot. So you can use it for presentations and so on, right? Book reviews, group revisions, excellent. Excellent. So there are some uses. We have a lot of feedback here. There are some uses to use mind map. And you know, one of the reasons I keep going, even if I don't have anything to mind map around, I'll just use it for the sake of giving a mental break for myself. And that's the space when I do the mind map, I can come up with ideas that later on makes connections, right? So when is your most creative time? Is it mornings, evenings, nights? Come on, night owls. When is your most creative times? Weekends, afternoons, off days, when you're traveling? When is your most creative time? Afternoons, nights, when my tummy is full. Yay. We think alike. Morning in front of morning with when kids are sleeping, when I'm relaxed, yeah. When I'm ironing, that's interesting. That's interesting. You're like my sister. She, whenever I see her cleaning the cabinet or the fridge, I'm sure that she's trying to just fix her mind there. Right? When I'm listening to Muhammad Abdu. Okay, so mind mapping is one of the ways that you can do it the flip that. If you mind map and feel relaxed, so you can go for mind map to relax. And if you're relaxed, that will help you to do mind map. So calm yourself down before doing the mind mapping part, right? When we have our ideas organized in a way, whatever way works for you, mind map or other way, that's when your creative abilities become better. Not at peak maybe, but better, right? So let's go back to our ideas and how to keep things. Now, in mind map, the basic is keep it simple. One word in a branch, maximum two, simple icons, and then unleash your creativity. All right. So let's see. Can you find these words in this frame? Let's see. This is a quick review for us to look at. Let me just put it on top of each other. Yeah. Collaboration. Yay. So mind map is a collaboration tool. Whatever I thank you for putting line on that one. Yeah, brainstorming, we can use it for brainstorming. Thinking, it's a thinking tool. Let's see. Images, yeah, mind map. One of the core areas of mind map is using images, and I like that. I don't like word search. It's not my thing. Quit that, Miss Samira. Visuals, thinkings, organic. So the organic branches, no lines and no shapes. I mean, you know, that structured shapes. Though in the online platform, they give us structured shapes, I do prefer to have it organic shapes. I like that brainstorming is there. So it's a brainstorming. It is a mind tool. It is a way to manage our brain. All right. We use colors. It improves our creativity. All right. And also the proximity idea. The closer the idea is to the second idea, that's the you know, the relevance of that idea to that specific topic. The further it is, the farther it goes. I hope I'm making sense here. Colors, visuals like that, so great. And Tony Bozan. You didn't find Tony Bozan? Pictures? Give me another 30 seconds to do that. Bozan! Oh, somebody found Tony Bozan. Great. All right, guys, you will have a copy of this sent to your email. I like the people who already annotated on the screen. Great. I like creative people. So in 1 minute, take 1 minute. Write what is the most important thing you've learned today in today's session. What got stuck in your mind? I like that. That's fast. That's really fast. My pleasure. Yeah, and it's so easy. Everybody can try mind mapping. Never though we can do this workshop online. I was wearing a t-shirt earlier which says, "You know nothing, John John Crow," I think his name is John Crow, the Game of Thrones guy. So I was always thinking, whenever I try new things, doing things online, I say, I never thought I can do that online. Yeah, proximity makes difference. Colors, which are important. Websites and resources, and you will get links to the. Thank you, Ahmed. You already published some of the links to those websites, right? And great, we have a lot of ideas coming in. Wow, over half of people on this website, on this session, are actually answering here, and we have a lot of answers in the chat box there. Great, great. And then I have to ask you this, right? We already did that. I mean, how did this workshop went for you? Okay. Okay, halfway there, almost there. One person didn't like it, but it's okay. It's okay. Great. So, how did it went? If you like more of these ideas, what would be your next? Right? And if I'm using the Pearl deck and you logged in, I can also go ahead and check what can make this better for next time. So that's something that you're going to keep learning and giving us some comments to do some learning. Now, the fun part is here. I want to do a draw, and I asked you guys to do, let me go back, and then Wheel of Names. Here we go. And I asked you to do the registrations, right? So we are doing a giveaway, all right, for our next workshop, one free seat, and it's about how to make your trainings more interactive and engaging. That's almost like, yeah, 40 dinar worth of tickets, and it's totally free for our lucky winner. And if the lucky winner is here, please let us know in the chat box. أنا جيت لكم لا تستنوا يستخدمون هاي. honeymoon@yahoo.com. Are you here? If you're here, please write in the chat box. Let's see. Honeymoon, are you here? Yeah. Honeymoon, are you here? If you're here, write in the chat, I'm here. If not, I'm gonna draw for the second one. All right, let me see. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Honeymoon? Honeymoon is not here. So only those who registered. Yusuf, are you here, Yusuf? Yusuf, are you here? Please go forward, he said. Neil says, go forward. Yusuf, if you are here, write down in the chat box. Tell us that you are here. Let's give it another 5 seconds. ما في إلا إحنا. No, you have a lot of other people here. We have over 50 people in this session. Next, Houston says next. Go next. Okay, Mafi, yeah, Yusuf is not here. Great. So can we go for one more? One more slide? Al-Jawhara, are you here? If you're here, let us know. And we'll do one more, then I'll start doing it offline then. ما في إلا إحنا تقولين. في over أكثر من 51 شخص موجود. All right, Yusuf, are you here? Jawhara, are you here? Mona, try from Zoom. صدق ما في إلا إحنا. I cannot take the name list from Zoom. And one more last time, and I'll take it then offline. All right. Okay, so I'll take this forward and I'll try to do a raffle later on. It's okay. Let's go back to our session here. Now, guys, next, how are you feeling right now? We are towards 7 minutes towards end of our session. How are we feeling right now? Oh, good. I'm still grumpy. I still want to know more about that. Now, great. You have over half of us who are on the session coming here on our peer deck. Great. So we are almost there, halfway there, and we are always welcoming good comments, feedback. Please write it down, either to me, Shayma's here, you can send it to Shayma. And also, thank you for the heart. We send you a post-event feedback form so you can give us your thoughts. Thank you, guys. Now, if you have any questions, please write it down, and I'm monitoring the questions right now. And especially those who are not, you know, if you didn't get what you want out of this session, go ahead, write it down. I want to know. You see, it's anonymous. People on the session will not know, I mean, what you wrote, but I will be able to contact you and connect with you and try to make this experience better. How can I register for more courses? Great question. So I do a couple of free webinars every month, and you can find it on my website, and you can find it on my Instagram account, and I do post it on my Facebook and LinkedIn. And in your handout, which I'll send it to you after the workshop, you will find my contacts and my social media platforms. So you can always feel free to go there. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think the second question, will you be able to conduct a webinar about focusing and being more efficient at learning? That's a webinar which will be very useful for parents, students, and teachers, right? need to know more. We need to make it more practical, practice more to become master. Today was an icebreaker. Yeah, it is a webinar. And anything similar to mind map, it's like swimming. We can only be better by swimming. So we need to do more mind maps to become better, right? More courses. Yes, yeah, cool. I prefer to contact your email. Excellent. And you will have my email as well. All right, so we come towards the end of our session. You can keep doing that. You can please write down a couple of ideas on what next. I do got the idea of more webinars on focus. What other type of webinars you will find it interesting, which I can do it which I can offer it for public for free, and it is a choice. So go ahead, write down whether it's in the chat box of Zoom or in the peer deck. Write down what other things you want me to talk about. If you find it relevant, feel free to write it here. Okay, that's a very nice eye-opening feedback. Focus, time management, stress management, enhancing memory. Okay, so take your time, write more. Thank you. I'll have the look on the chat as well. Right. Pleasure, dear. Thank you for the nice comments in the chat box. Yes, and you can get the recording, Nada. Absolutely. You can have, I'll upload this one on my YouTube channel. Artificial intelligence, Muhammad, something that I'm not that good at, but you will find a lot of other resources and more expert people who can talk about that. Right? Yeah, أنا بصير master تقول yes. Thank you, dear. So anytime, reach me out, reach me in on my social media accounts or my WhatsApp. Let me know what are the topics that you find interesting and useful, and I can do it as an open webinar, and I'll be happy to do that. Right? Thank you for your ideas, guys. And let me come back. We do have one session coming on 26th of August. It's more into, in this webinar, we only used one tool, actually two, if we count Miro in. So we used Miro and Peer Deck to improve the engagement. We do have a workshop on 26th of August, which we cover over 15 tools on how to use it in your meetings, online workshops, and sessions and teaching. So if you want to join that, you can find the information on my website and on my social media accounts, and this will be my contact info, and of course you will receive that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3:59. Let me just stop that and come back here. I'll take a good look at you. Thank you very much. I'm happy to stay. For those who want to stay and ask more questions, I can open the microphone. And for those who want to leave, we are complete for now. Thank you. And if you have any question or you want me to open your microphone, I can do that. The rest, you're welcome to stay. And if you want to catch up with something else, totally understand. Have a lovely, lovely afternoon, evening, night, and see you soon. الله يحفظكم ونشوفكم على خير. وإذا في أي سؤال, I'm happy to stay for a couple of minutes. Thank you, Hadil. شكرا. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Susan. Microphone. What is microphone? إيش في microphone? زين لا? Hello. Thank you, so pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, since we don't have a lot of